so, rewind back in the day when I came to this point where life was drama, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I read that, and it was the realest talk I had ever heard anyone say, because I had plugged my branch of my life into relationships. And this is the right girl, and, if things work out, I'll be happy. And then it was always a dead relationship based on sex and who cared. I plugged in the money and got all that, and didn't care. At the end of the day, I had stuff, and the relationships in my life, my kid, my fiance, the relationships were all jacked up because it was all about the money. So I plugged my branch of life into everything else and watched my life wither and die, just like he said it would if I plugged into anything else but him. And today we see the same thing in people's lives. It's like, man, people plug into anything. People plug into gambling or something and think that that's going to produce the life of find joy. And people will try everything in the world except plugging into Christ, the only thing throughout all of history that has produced the fruit of love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, good things in people's lives. Nothing else ever has. And so today, as I'm at this point where I'm spent, I'm tired, and I'm, God, show up. Where are you, man? And how can I be more fruitful for you? Because there's a lot of weeds on my branch right now. There's a lot of things on my branch. Yeah, we're producing fruit. We've had many people come to Christ here. We're seeing awesome things happen in the community and lives transformed. But you know what? There's weeds on my branch that need to be pruned. And it's like it comes to a point where it's like, man, how do I prune it, God? What do you want me to do? And so he kind of breaks it down for us about how he's going to do that. It starts off, it says, this always tripped me out because the second verse in this says, I will cut off every branch that is in me that doesn't produce fruit. And so, man, that always tripped me out. It's like somebody can be in Christ, and if you ain't producing fruit in your life, you're not producing love, joy, you're not doing anything for the kingdom, they'll cut you off. And so I looked into that like, man, that seems like way harsh, right? And I looked into it, and the translation is bad. The word that he uses there in the Greek, the word that he actually spoke, means to lift up. And that makes more sense with the analogy of the vineyard, because a gardener will lift up the branches that are in the dirt. He will lift them up and tie them to healthier branches so that they can then produce fruit. So they're not laying in the dirt, they can never be fruitful. And so what he's saying there is that if you ain't producing no fruit, you know me, you know it's all about me, but you're not becoming more loving, you're not becoming more joyful. Fruit is not being produced. I will lift you up and tie you to other branches around you that will help you to become fruitful in your life. I will put people, I will put circumstances, I'll put drama, dilemmas, things that come up to start getting the lifeblood flowing through that branch so that fruit can begin to be produced in your life. Because really, that's what it's all about, right? Like, we don't want to come together and just do church. We want to come together and be more loving and be more patient